Tickets for PDXCon 2019 are now available. Tickets are limited and we've already sold out of the Emperor tier, so act fast. If you've purchased your tickets before the end of May, you enjoy a 20% discount.
I remember going to Aruba on my honeymoon soon after, actually before release. And there was a casino there called the Stellaris Casino.
No!
It was meant to be super weird. It's like...
Welcome back to space, everyone.
Hey!
It's a birthday.
It is!
It's our birthday.
I mean, we even have cake.
We even have cake.
Let's show the chat. We have cake.
Oh my god, that looks terrible.
Oh, it does.
But that's the green screen.
Sparkly cake.
The cake is not a lie. So today, on the stream, we thought we'd celebrate the last 3 years of Stellaris.
Yep.
By sort of looking back and also...
I mean, really looking back.
Yeah, so
we've got some surprises.
So we went and looked on Steam and tried to find the oldest version of Stellaris that is available. Turns out it is 103.
Yep.
This is a build of Stellaris that is 3 years old. This is supposedly the launch version. This is kind of exciting for me, because I didn't used to play Stellaris when it looked like this.
No?
As you can see, when Stellaris released, there was not a humanoid appearance category. Humans were just mammalian. And we're just going to recreate the Blorg.
Yeah.
Why not?
Why not?
And there's no SPQR name list, which is the one I usually use. Also, starting ruler, obviously, Mercedes Romero.
Yep.
Mercedes Romero was a scientist, but I don't want to leave it out to chance. This screen looks very different.
It does.
I haven't watched the Blorg series in such a long time that I'm just going to go with what feels like it's fitting. This is so different.
Oh my god. Oh, this is taking us back.
Yeah. Then we have individualist and collectivist, which I think has been changed to authoritarian and egalitarian. I don't want to smack talk our team, but what is this icon? The first guest is here.
Yes.
Let's see, is that... Yeah, you're going to have to pull up a chair.
And of course, it's Captain Replayable.
Do you remember this screen?
Yes, that's actually why I'm here. I'm like, you're playing an ancient version, you're going to get an ancient person.
And as everyone knows, as Shams likes to say on the Paradox podcast, the worst version of any Paradox game is the one we release. They just keep getting better over time.
You know, that's not entirely true. I mean, if you played the pre-alpha version, you would probably...
That's a good point. Sorry, the worst version that the consumers get their hands on.
Yeah.
I do have a zip file if you want it, though. Like, readily available. Do you want it?
Yeah, let's...
Maybe pick out one or two at the most.
Dale, switch seats with Aziz for a moment, and
I'm gonna pilot this ship.
This is my show now. This is what Stellaris used to look like.
This is the absolute first tech tree that we had, and it was horrible.
This is some prime programmer art.
Yeah.
I think someone said they loved the cybernetics one. Yeah, there we go.
What is that?
It's a robot arm, hand drawn by the best programmers.
I mean, even if you made this in Paint, you could have used the text tool to make the dollar signs. And of course, the very controversial move that we eventually removed because it fit better with the way the game was designed. You were able to choose your FTL method.
Yep.
I'm gonna choose Wormhole because that's one that's not around anymore, and I want to. So yeah, this is what Stellaris used to look like. I'd forgotten what this top bar looked like. Jesus. I had forgotten we had buttons up here.
Ooh, you ain't seen nothing yet. Wait, let me...
Oh yeah, when anomalies had failure risks.
Ooh.
Yep.
Oh.
When they could actually fail.
And you built all your ships on the planets.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, this could be funny. I don't think
Chat is in on the...
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah.
So, this used to be your species selection.
Yep. I mean, this is even the updated version before we replaced all the copyrighted material.
The Commonwealth of Man looked real different back then.
United Nations of Earth as well.
Yeah, I mean, same species, right?
Yeah. I mean, they're mammalian, right? All of them look like this. So the reason this is edited, I used to be a QA, so I had to edit pictures so that programmers know what to look for. It's amazing.
Oh my
Look
God.
at those icons.
It looks terrible.
So before I show it, I want to say that the last one was the original Crisis. Like the original. Before we had
OG.
3 Crisis, we had Skynet. And also this, if you notice the UI, this is even before the other UI. So this
Yeah.
is like the first UI.
We have more guests.
Hey, more guests. We love guests.
Welcome.
This is Marcus. He's a content producer for Stellaris, making trailers and cool artwork and all sorts of things. And also we have Sebastian, who up until recently was product marketing manager.
Yep.
On the
So my job was pretty much, do we have any marketing money left? And then telling Marcus, no, we can't make a 21st trailer this year.
Feels bad, man.
So these are tile blockers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's very, very obvious.
Man.
they look better than the ones in 1.0.
And I'm gonna
moment.
take off now.
Okay.
Thank you, Aziz.
Bye.
Thank you guys.
Thanks for stopping by. Does anyone want to cut the cake for the first time?
Should we cut the cake now? I didn't know what the plan with the cake was. So I didn't want to say
It was literally a way to bribe people
Oh.
into the room.
There will be cake.
Should we wait for the next guest?
Yes, we should.
I think the next guest is already here. It's Henrik Farias,
Hello.
original game director for Stellaris.
Yeah, that's right. Stellaris is my baby.
Even
Although-
before it was called Stellaris.
Yes, it had a working name of Infinite Frontiers
Yes.
for a long time. We even had the logo and everything.
Yeah, we had it finished, and then we
Yeah.
had to switch it because of legal.
Yeah, there were some legal hang-ups
Yeah.
of some kind.
But I really disliked Stellaris as a name in the beginning, but then now I
But
really
did you?
like it.
Alright.
Yeah.
I remember going to Aruba on my honeymoon soon after, actually before release.
Mhm.
And there was a casino there called the Stellaris Casino.
No.
Which was super weird. It's like, yeah,
Is that how we came up with the name Stellaris? Just took it from that casino?
no.
'Cause it would be very similar to the way Paradox name was taken and the icon, right?
That's true. No, it's actually, we had decided on the name before that.
Should we just
Would
call
like to-
this stream Stellaris lawsuit announcement?
Oh, I see. This thing is actually acting up on the green screen. Funny.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you have a hole in your
Yeah.
chest.
Oh, wow, this looks delicious.
It's,
It's a good thing I'm already married.
It looks terrible.
Chrome.
Do you have any war stories to tell about the game?
I think they're pretty well known. I haven't actually played Stellaris for a while now, so I'm not really fully...
Lots of news for you too.
Yeah, oh, some of it, yeah.
What was the last version you worked on?
I only worked on it up until release. It's
Well,
being
basically,
raised, it's been-
you raised a baby and left it to go to school with
Well,
another teacher, more or
yeah,
less.
yeah,
pretty much.
sent it off to boarding schools. Like,
Man, no alloys.
No alloys, no consumer goods.
Nice,
Yeah.
a bit bare bones,
Gee.
actually. Now, the game turned out far more visually appealing than I ever dreamed of
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
I started out working on it.
yeah, the art team did a great job, except for this icon.
It feels like that was the last icon.
Yeah.
and you're like, oh,
Someone was like, "Oh crap!
triangle."
I forgot to make the individualist icon triangle."
So that's all.
Also, I heard a story before that Veer was supposed to have a bigger part in Stellaris, right?
We had all kinds of interesting meta ideas about how he would actually, turn on you
Yeah.
at some point in the game, but it was kind of crazy
Yeah.
talk.
It
I
sounds
think it
so
would have been
interesting.
weird to players.
and we I gotta roll.
Yeah, me too, actually.
All right.
Thanks for stopping by,
Thank you
guys.
for stopping by.
Really awesome.
Don't forget your cake.
Good luck and have fun, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We have more people
Not that much
joining.
longer. Jay Moore or History Whiz,
Hey,
History
everyone.
Whiz. And
and we have Ilya, programmer and two trophy
RNG.
winner of the Stellaris Dev Clash.
Hey, look who we found. This is my colleague Max.
Hi.
Max was a content designer
Yes.
on the team until very recently, and we dearly miss you, but he's moved on to a unannounced project.
We have a fair amount of those.
We like using that word in the streaming room.
Indeed.
Unannounced project.
The period leading up to a release, the launch of anything, whether it's a new game or a DLC or anything, is always exciting. Maybe that's the word I should use.
Terrifying?
I'm trying to think of the appropriate euphemism to sum up all of those mixed emotions of joy and excitement and anticipation and absolute abject horror.
Terror-citement.
Yeah, something like
It's like jumping out of an aeroplane.
terror-citement, something like that. I'll always remember the release day, which was May 9th, 2016, because I was working as an extra on a movie back in Canada, and I was super excited to get home and play the new PDS game because it's the first new PDS IP in ages, really. And little did I know that literally a year later I'd be sat in the chair working on the team. What an amazing feeling. Life is strange, folks. It really is.
It is.
You feel a lot of pressure. If you were just sort of like taking the job because it's a job and you don't have any prior contact with the place, you'd be like, okay, well, it's a job and I'll do my best and I'll try to impress my colleagues and everything. But I actually felt an enormous amount of personal pressure to deliver because for the first time in my career, I was responsible for delivering something that I myself cared about a lot as a fan, as a player.
Sometimes I wonder how I ended up in a place where my boss is technically a spiritual guru or something like that, because every time he speaks, it's like the truth from the universe, and like you just like listen to this talk and you like can meditate. Like
he's reached into the shroud, man.
There's no food in the top bar.
Indeed.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because each planet has its own food thing.
There was a time when each planet had to produce its own independent supply of food because apparently interstellar shipping of goods was way too high tech for this space empire. It would be extraordinarily inefficient from a logistical point of view to ship food from one planet to another.
Look, if it's good enough for Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, it's good enough for us.
Anyways, I gotta roll, folks. Great to see you. Thank you for staying with us for 3 years. Let's do another.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get some audio people in here.
To work and make the game.
Yeah. Continue making games.
Yep.
Pontus, do you want to come in?
I mean, you told me to.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Well, I didn't.
You were coming in.
But I think, we should definitely have Pontus in. And we can also get Björn and Franco. Pontus, you took over for Sebastian as the product marketing manager for Stellaris, right?
Yes, but I'm super honored and I'm super excited since I've been playing Stellaris for
a long time.
for a few months now.
You played before, I know you did.
Yes, I did. I played from the launch, more or less.
I played from the 4 years ago, so.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest. Not as good as I remember it.
Well, Franco, this is basically your first PDS game as well.
It is. It is actually. It was the first game I actually, got into.
For those who doesn't know, this is Franco, my senior sound designer. So he's helping me out doing audio assets for the game and so on.
As a sound designer here at Paradox, one thing that I have to say is that you cannot really ever get bored because as you may imagine, like you jump from space to World War II to medieval times and all that, and I think that was actually great. I started with Hearts of Iron 4 and I literally felt like, okay, I'm not good for this, and then Björn over here said to me like, okay, you should play some Stellaris. And I started playing Stellaris and I was like, okay, I'm gonna follow this tutorial. This is really cool. Oh, nice VO and stuff with Veer. And then I started getting more and more into this idea, like, okay, this is how you're supposed to. After the experience from Hearts of Iron, I was like, Stellaris is too easy.
So you went from not understanding how to play the game to a pretty classic Paradox fan then.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Serious question. What are the various inspirations from the sound perspective?
This was my first project to work on here at Paradox, and everyone was super stoked here in the company. But okay, Björn, come on. I want to hear your pitch how to make this sound awesome. I'm like, okay. And then I said, but yeah, it should sound like grand and vast, and like you don't really know what's behind the star, among the stars and so on. But cool, make it happen. I'm like, oh no. Hey guys, I came with a super abstract pitch for the whole thing. I didn't want to go full Star Wars to say so in the sound design, but I wanted to go more Star Trek instead of like massive Michael Bay explosion. I want to go more subtle implosion.
We also have a question. Why don't we have a bear suit on stream? It's actually around somewhere.
Yeah,
Stacey has been stealing that, so I don't know where it is anymore.
So does Luca for the city streams.
So I don't know where it is anymore. So unfortunately, you need to see me in my as a casual bear. But the sound vision, the inspiration. After a while, it was actually I dropped in inspiration because I want to make it on my own. So but it's like fuck it up until it sounds good, So that's my approach for the game here.
If there's one thing that I have to say from a creative and technical point of view, and it was one of the things that really caught my attention. Our sound system for Stellaris doesn't actually have too many like complicated, filtering or stuff like that, right? But you still get like this sensation that the weapons are being muffled by the distance and stuff. How did you actually manage to do this? And it was the simplest trick. We're actually reproducing like two different sounds at the same time, but one of them only triggers after a certain distance, and the other one actually fades out after a certain distance.
Yeah, that's a preset I have on my studio computer that's called the metal preset.
Exactly.
It seems like it's time to do a switch here.
Yeah, I think it's time to do a switch here.
Let's do it. Thank you, chat, for listening to us.
Those guys are crazy. They're not sound of mind.
Shut up.
Pun step.
I'm back.
And Daniel himself.
Yeah, I'm the voice of reason here.
And of course, welcome the or the platypus father with your array of children.
Yeah, I bought a couple of them.
Pun DLC when? No. No.
Whenever I get a budget, it's happening.
It's my plastic ducky. When I'm stuck in code, I talk to it.
Rubber duck coder.
Yeah.
Or platypus coder.
Comes in handy.
I thought I'd just quickly show things on the stream so we can just follow up, so people can see just how how it works. As usual, you can click here and open up a planet. Seems like everyone didn't know that you can do that, but you can do that, which is pretty handy.
I didn't know that.
So just click here, boom, create a sector. Now the sector's here. It's everything within 4 jumps, so this was the only thing that was in range for this one. So a new planet within the sector, but if we change this to be the new sector capital, it should, at least, when it redraw the sector from, so now it covers this area.
There you go.
Right now we don't have the functionality to sort of nudge or to create new sectors from this one, but we'll add that over time. Previously, planets would always assume, a sort of role or a designation, like generator world here, automatically depending on the districts and building stuff that was built on it. But now it's possible to automate, instead of doing it automatically, like this option here, is to set it manually yourself.
Yeah. You could set the designation and then just let the AI take over.
Yeah.
And it will, so that's what they will focus on that planet.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yep.
As the chat says, that is POG.
It's pretty great. It feels really good to be able to set your own designation. Right now there's no cost for changing them, but we might add a influence cost to change it from something else. So it would be free to set the designation the first time, or from automated rather. But as soon as you set it to something else, again, there might be an influence cost.
I mean, we're a fair amount away from releasing this anyway, so things might change over time. But that's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking great.
Yeah, I've been thinking about removing it, so could change.
Do we have any more housekeeping we need to do? PDXCon tickets available now.
Tickets. So you'll be able to meet us all at a PDXCon if you come along. Yep. These guys will be around. I'm guessing you'll be at the Stellaris booth. I'll be running around the event all over the place. Blondie will be doing streaming, and
I will be killing myself over streaming, breaking my back.
It'll be fine. Do you guys have any final message before we go?
Yeah.
One last pun?
Yeah, sure. You know that Yoda really likes Stellaris. He thinks it's very good. He thinks it's stellar. It's stellar.
No.
Stellaris.
That's really
don't
bad.
Don't laugh.
I usually approve.
Goodbye, everyone. I don't care anymore. End this. Burn it all down.